Hello everyone, my dear friends and viewers of the channel. In this video, I will cook delicious chocolate cupcakes. The base is a delicate chocolate biscuit dough. Can you make chocolate biscuit dough for cupcakes? Let's do it together. Are you ready? Cupcakes are nothing more than small round pies or cakes about the size of a teacup. It literally has the name cupcake. These are sweet desserts that are baked from cake dough and often topped with sugar icing. In the early 19th century, cupcakes were baked in ordinary cups. Depending on the size of the cup used, there was a large or small cupcake. First of all, let's prepare the classic biscuit dough for chocolate cupcakes. I'll need eggs, sugar, flour and cocoa powder, that's all. You can use almost any recipe biscuit cake for baking cupcakes. First, separate the egg yolks and egg whites. The tradition of baking cupcakes at home originated in England. English cupcakes are traditionally smaller than American cupcakes and are rarely topped with complex icing. American cupcakes were usually made using a standard size cup to measure volume, without weighing. It is a fact that in American English culinary and confectionery today they use the cup to measure the ingredients. Most often, these cupcakes were baked in molds, not in cups. If we analyze the recipes for traditional cupcakes, then they usually had less butter than biscuits. Housewives usually put half as much butter and eggs as in a biscuit cake. By the name of the cake, it was possible to determine whether the ingredients for the recipe were weighed, or measured using a cup. If the name of the pie is a cupcake, it means it was measured using a cup. If the name is pound cake, it means they weighed the ingredients for the recipe and counted it in pounds. Now beat the egg yolks with half the amount of sugar. The next step is to beat the egg whites with the remaining amount of sugar. I beat for about 4 to 5 minutes. Add sugar in a few steps so that it fully combines with the egg whites. Once the whites are beaten, you can combine the whites and yolks and add the sifted flour in 3 stages. I do this because egg whites have a very delicate texture. I replaced some flour with cocoa powder for chocolate cupcakes. Now I will gently mix all the ingredients to make a fluffy chocolate biscuit dough. It is very important here to shake the flour with a plastic spatula. Flour is evenly distributed and does not settle to the bottom of the kneading bowl. Biscuit dough for chocolate cupcakes is ready. I will be distributing this dough into silicone baking molds. I also flatten the dough in the form with a wooden stick. Let's bake chocolate cupcakes. The oven has to 340 degrees Fahrenheit. Bake the cupcakes in the center of the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, until springy and a toothpick inserted in the center comes out clean. Let the cupcakes cool slightly, then transfer them to a rack to cool completely. My chocolate cupcakes or chocolate muffins are ready. I didn't use baking powder in this recipe as usual. And all because the beaten egg white may well use as a baking powder. Let's speak about muffins. What is the difference? Cupcake or muffin? Muffins are also small cakes, but they can be unsweetened. Also, muffins differ from cupcakes in the type of baking powder. You can use yeast and sweet dough to bake English muffins, and for American ones put baking powder or baking soda. Cupcakes usually rise and hold their shape during the process. Baking because it has beaten egg whites. Look at it, how soft and fluffy our cupcakes are. After cooling, you can top the cupcakes with icing, pastry cream, or other cake decorations. But today I will not decorate them. I want to enjoy the taste of a real chocolate small biscuit cupcake. You can find a detailed recipe for chocolate cupcakes at link in the description of this video. That's all. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Enjoy your meal. Delicious experiences, my friends.